Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. I hope this day finds you all doing well. Today I want to talk about the update, specifically the new shop. I reached out to Supercell, they gave me an answer, and today I'm going to be the messenger who delivers that answer to you guys. Before that, I did run this poll, and overall, most of you enjoy the update overall. You can see almost 4,000 of you guys voted, which is a lot for Twitter. Granted, it is a small subset of the overall demographic in Clash Royale, but I'm happy to see that a lot of you are enjoying the game again, despite, let's be honest, it was a little bit bug heavy, and personally, I do still think they should remove the Hog Rider from 2v2 mode. I was actually a fan of the card bans, but that's another video for another day. Another quick caveat before we get into the Supercell response to me is that this is not going to be a video talking about free chests versus quests and which is better and why. That might be a future video if you guys want to hear my thoughts on that, but to be totally honest with you guys, I don't want to put out misinformation out there, and I haven't done all the calculations on, between the free chests now appearing in the shop, and you get the gems, and you get the chests, and you get the gold, and you get the epic card in the shop now, and you get the quests. I'm not comfortable definitively saying that one is better than the other just yet. So that's the real reason why we're not going to be talking about that today. However, I do have some strong opinions on the shop overall, and they're selfishly negative, and I'm going to tell you why after we get to what Supercell said. So I approached Supercell and I basically said, what was the reason for the new shop? And their answer was, the main reason they changed the shop is that the way it was, with increasing price points, basically how they would cumulatively get more expensive as you bought more cards, was either bad or irrelevant as a daily experience for 99% of the players who played the game. For early players, it almost became sort of a trap because you can easily spend your gold on big stacks of commons for a few days and then significantly slow down the progress in the game, especially, again, early to mid players in the game. When you're just starting out, you don't know what to spend your gold on. You binge on a card, and there you go. You feel like you're making no progress because you spent all your gold on one card, and the game becomes really frustrating early on here. A lot of you guys probably haven't been in that position, but you have to think about the overall player pool. Number two, they said the goals with the new shop is going to be to make each day feel more eventful. So we do have, 6 items guaranteed in the shop now as opposed to 3 sometimes in the old shop, and there's now free items and chests and stuff like that. There's also gem stacks if you guys have seen those yet. So they're trying to make things feel like, wow, I got this, I got that, I got the other thing in the shop, not necessarily all things that you have to pay for. Also, each stack should now be a more reasonable deal, and that's the truth, right? There's no cumulative prices. Basically, everything costs the same, so you can get 3 epic cards, 3 legendaries. I wish 3 epic cards for 3,000 gold instead of paying whatever it used to be. I don't know, what was it, like 15,000 or so? So the deals that you get are actually way better in the shop. However, again, I'm not for this, but I'm just giving you the Supercell response here. They said other additions such as gem-priced stacks, free chests, free gems, mini gem gold offers, and free epic on every Sunday should add that excitement as well, and the diversity in the shop to make it feel more special to the 99% of the entire audience of Clash Royale. And lastly, not that they didn't specify whether they're doing this right now, but they do have the ability to kind of add targeting deals in the future, meaning that maybe based on the arena that you're in, giving, people in Arena 10 are more likely to spend a little bit of money than someone in Arena 3, so maybe giving deals that are targeting where the player is in the future. They have the ability to do that in the future if they want to experiment with special deals depending on what progress you are in the game. So, and again, they kind of reiterated that this is just version 1 of the new shop and of quests. So they have a lot to build on here. It's just kind of a new infrastructure where they tore down the old house and this is the new foundation. Okay, so my takeaway from their response is this is indeed a more positive experience for free-to-play, casual, and semi-free-to-play players. Reason being is because everything's just cheaper, right? I mean, at the end of the day, Supercell, I can definitively say this, so if you disagree, I mean, I don't know what argument you could possibly make, but Supercell loses money on the new shop. Now, before you panic, I do think they gain money overall, and I'll talk about that in a second. But on the shop specifically, I think that this is not a greedy move. This is a very good move for Supercell, for the casual players, the free-to-play players. They're not paying as much for their cards. Cards are cheaper now, and there's more free things that appear in the shop. So overall, it's a gain for free-to-play casual players. Even free-to-play players often could save up gold to buy, but here's the problem. I'm moving into the, well, you know, one more change. No change for the whales, the big spenders. No change at all, because they bought super magical chests every time a new card was released until they maxed it, and that's it. It's a wash. No change for the whales. Positive change for free-to-play, and a bad experience for folks like me, who spend hundreds on the game, but not thousands. Obviously, I've spent more than $1,000 because I host tournaments every day. That's another story. But I'm saying, like, I don't regularly drop, you know, buy super magical chests, for example, okay? So it's a bad experience for folks like me and another subset of players. And the reason is because I would save my gold, and then I would binge on legendary cards, because that's what are most relevant and important to me, or epic cards. And I wouldn't be afraid to spend a lot if it was an epic that I really needed, or a legendary that I really wanted. Now there's no ability to do that. So we'll get more on that. Actually, let's get right into it right now. What the heck, right? So I think that the fact that I can't save my gold anymore, and then binge spend on a card that's really important to me, is a real issue in the game. And it's not just me, it's even more free-to-play players. You might save your gold for a long time, waiting for that one card that you really want to upgrade, a hog. And then you might be totally willing to spend a lot of money on that one win condition, that maybe you want to get your miner to level 3 and you're ready. You have 200,000 gold saved up and you want to binge on it. There's no longer any capability to do that inside the game. As a matter of fact, if you want to level up a legendary card now, it's probably going to take you about 10 years to do so, unless you're buying super magical chests, which are $30 a pop. I don't think that, sorry for the dramatic pause, I don't think that that is a good way. I think there's a problem there. I really do. I think that, and I really don't think it's a greedy Supercell move. I think they're just overlooking a little subset of players here. And it's the players who are spenders, but not the ones who drop $5,000 every time a new legendary card comes out. For me to max out a legendary card, and I've spent a lot of money in this game, for me to max out a legendary card, it's going to take me years, because they only come at one. They come in groups of one randomly in the shop, and it's not every day. Cynically, I think that maybe they lowered the rate that they appear in the shop. I don't know, though. But just anecdotally, I've only seen one since the update dropped. Anecdotally. So, how am I supposed to level up a legendary cards like that? How am I supposed to ever contend on ladder without max legendaries? Of course I can contend in my little ecosystem, my little, you know, whatever, 1,000 to 3,000 range trophies. But that's it. I don't have any max legendary cards, and I only have 2 max epics. Now, obviously, I suck too, but still, right? You need to have a mechanism for people to be able to level up their cards, especially if they're willing to spend money or gold. I'm willing to spend some money in gold to upgrade my cards, but I can't. There's no way to do it. I just have to wait unless I want to totally binge on ridiculous super magical chests. Sure, I could right now spend $7,000 and probably max out my account. But that's the only way to do it, to randomly waste 99% of the cards that I pull from the super magical chests. I don't know. So that's the problem. Even free-to-play players, forget me, even free-to-play players right now, they have limited options to selectively buy cards that are important for them. There's no way to do it. There needs to be some way to buy cards directly That's my solution. So I never make a video. You guys who've been longtime viewers know this. I never make a video without putting forth a solution. And this is the best thing that I could come up with. The problem is how do you come up with a viable solution to this problem, keeping intact the special feeling of the shop, right? That's important to Supercell, to give the shop meaning and purpose. So we can't just say, hey, just, spend gems and upgrade any card whenever you want to. That wouldn't be a good solution, because then it would make the shop meaningless. So the best solution that I could say is we need to have a targeted way to upgrade any card we want, regardless of the cost, any single day. That's what I think will actually fix this game in a lot of ways, because people could save up and upgrade cards. My best solution is forget the shop for a second. You should be able to purchase more of any card with a daily limit of just, one legendary, a few, 3 maybe epics, maybe 10 rares, and maybe 30 commons or something. You should be able to purchase them for gold at double the price that they cost in the shop. That's my solution. I mean, that's the best that I can come up with, guys. The reason being is because it still wouldn't be the best way to purchase a card, so the shop would still be very important. It would be half off the cards, half off card deals. It would be essentially a new bargain bin of cards, rather than just the only way to get cards in the game. Otherwise, I could upgrade my rares and my commons and my epics and my legendaries for double the cost of gold as they are right now in the shop anytime I wanted to. That would allow players to actually contend on ladder. That would allow you to actually save up gold and spend it on something that you want, and immediately have the reward of being able to play the deck, and therefore wanting to play more on ladder, because you could selectively upgrade cards that you want to upgrade for ladder. So that's my solution, guys. What do you think of it? I'm curious to hear what you think of Supercell's response, my problems in the shop, and what do you think of my solution? Love hearing from you guys, and I want to give a big thanks to Supercell for responding to me. Obviously, it's, they don't have to respond to a little stupid YouTuber who makes annoying opinion videos like this, but they do. So that does say a lot about them, and I think that they do a good job. So with all that said, what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Huge shout out to all of you guys for continuing to watch and support the channel. It means the world to me, guys, so thank you so much. And as always, take care, guys.